And building trust, we're on your side this morning with the 3 huge mistakes to avoid and the right way to hire a contractor. News 19 this morning continues right now.
From the station that's on your side, you're watching News 19 this morning.
Well, spring is right around the corner. A lot of people are going to start doing work around the house, and you may be looking for a contractor, but there are things you need to ask first before you hire someone. Sean King is here to help guide us through this. And Sean, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This is such a very important topic because so many people get railroaded with this.
Yeah, they sure do. They get taken advantage of. There's just so many companies out there treating people that are so trusting poorly.
Yeah, and you have so much experience in contractor business. It's 3rd generation in your family.
Correct.
So let's go straight to this. The 3 mistakes to avoid.
There's 3 huge mistakes you want to avoid when hiring the right contractor. The first one is pre-screening your contractor. As soon as you get their contact info, with the technology available today, jump online, check them out at review sites, Angie's List, BBB, Google, and Yelp. But pay special attention how they handle and resolve any of their complaints.
Okay, that's really important.
You have to do that
because if
today.
other people have that experience with them, that helps you with your decision.
Correct, and maybe you can avoid being their next horror story and their next complaint online.
Right. Okay, so you've got a hose
with me. That's for mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is you need to get everything in writing, including an on-time finish guarantee.
Okay.
You need to know before your project starts exactly how long it's going to take to complete. We've all heard the horror stories where your contractor says, "Don't worry about it. Kitchen will be done in 2-3 weeks tops."
Right.
Oh, that's great. And then 5 months later, your kitchen's still not done, and you're outside washing your dishes with a garden hose. That happened to an 83-year-old widow outside of Boston. A Coleman cooler and a hose was her kitchen.
Oh, so terrible.
And then mistake number 3, which is the most common mistake we find.
Money.
Money, very important part of the project, but getting ahead of your payment schedule. You and your contractor need to establish a specific payment schedule prior to starting the job, but as the homeowner, it's up to you to stick to it. As soon as you get ahead on payments with your contractor, all bets are off. You've lost any control leverage that you may have had. Your
because
contractor,
they have the money.
With the money, they're now going to determine when or even if your project gets completed. You give them all the money, they have no really incentive to come back.
All right. So with the other part of it, we have this thing called the right way to find someone.
Correct.
Break that down.
Sure. I developed the right formula for hiring the right contractor each and every time. Referral. The best place to start your contractor search is with a referral from someone that you know and trust. I investigate. Once you get those referrals, it's up to you to check out the contractor. Not just at the review sites, but reach out to some of their previous customers. Were they happy with the process? Do they love the finished product? And the million-dollar question, would they hire the contractor again? G, get it in writing. You need an extremely detailed contract so that you know exactly what is to be expected and exactly what you're paying for. H, have a voice, but you need to use it at the first sign that your project is not going according to plan.
Don't be afraid.
You need to speak up immediately and let them know this is the issue and it needs to be addressed, because sitting quietly by hoping it'll work itself out in the end is not a plan. And lastly, T for trust your gut. You're sitting across the table from that guy, your gut's telling you something doesn't seem right about this guy, or maybe the deal seems too good to be true. Do not hire him. There are hundreds of contractors here in Columbia. Move on to the next candidate.
We want to help people avoid being scammed by any possible
You don't want to be the next horror story.
Definitely not. Thank you so much, Sean King, for coming in and telling us about this advice that is really going to help a lot of people.
Sure. Glad to be here.